Welcome back to my channel and to day 8 of the 25-day countdown to October. In today's video we're going to be making this jack-o'-lantern. So I'm first going to start off with my orange yarn and my 5mm hook. I'm going to make a magic circle. And then I'm going to do 10 single crochets in the middle. And once you've done 10 single crochets, go ahead and pull that tight. Go into the first loop, slip stitch, and then chain 1. And then go into that same space and do 2 single crochets. And then you're going to proceed to do 2 single crochets in each spot all the way around so that you have 20 single crochets at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once you've done your last single crochet, you'll go into the first one, slip stitch, chain 1. Okay. So actually you're going to go ahead and you're going to chain 2. You're going to do a double crochet into that same spot. In the next spot, you're going to do 2 double crochets. In the next spot, you're going to do 1 double crochet. And then 2 double crochets. One double crochet. 2 double crochets. 1 double crochet. 2 double crochets. 1 double crochet. And then in the next spot, you're going to do 1 double crochet and 1/2 double crochet. And then in the next spot, you're going to do 1 single crochet. In the next spot, you're going to do 1/2 double crochet and 1 double crochet. And that's going to create a lower bit, and that is going to be the top of the pumpkin. And then the next spot, you're going to do 1 double crochet, and then you're going to continue the 1, 2, 1, 2 double crochets until you get to the end. And on the last one, it should be 2 double crochets. And then you're going to go into that first double crochet, pull up a loop, chain 2, and pull out enough of a tail to go around and stitch it down. And then you can pull that nice and tight. And you can see where it kind of dips down. That's where you're going to put the stem. So this is where you'll need just that little bit of brown. Or you could also use green or black, since we're using black, but the black will blend in to the background a little bit. I'm going to go into that single crochet spot. I'm going to chain 3, using the last one as a turning chain, so going into the next one. And I'm going to do one slip stitch, and then going into the next one, I'm going to do another slip stitch, or if you want the stem to be thicker, you could do single crochets. I'm going to go into that same spot, that same single crochet, and do another slip stitch. If the tail will get out of my way. And then I'm going to chain 2 and pull out a little bit of a tail. And there is the stem. And it'll be a little more even and neat once we get it stitched down. And then for the mouth and the eyes, I'm going to do what I did yesterday and just pull out about an arm's length worth of the black yarn. I'm then going to ply it in half. Or unply it. Still not sure the correct terminology there. And I still don't know where my 3mm hook is, so I'm going to use my 3.5mm hook. And just like with the witch's hat, I'm going to chain 2, go into the first chain, pull up a loop, and do 1 single crochet, or single crochet, chain 1, go into that 1 single crochet and do 2 single crochets. I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to turn my work, I'm going to go into the first spot, do 1 single crochet, go into that same spot, pull up a loop, go into the second spot, pull up a loop, and then pull through all 3, and then go into that same spot, which is the second one, and do 1 single crochet so that there are 3 across, and then I'm going to chain 2, pull that through, and pull it nice and tight. And there is one of the triangular eyeballs, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have both placed and pinned down where I want the eyeballs to go, and I took the top strings and I went ahead and I threaded them through already. And then I'm just going to take this other one, the longer tail, and I'm going to do what I always do, which you're probably sick of hearing me say if you're watching all of these, is pull that through, and then just go back and to pin down the eyes, and then I'm going to finish this one off, do this one, and I'll meet you back here to do the mouth. So I went ahead and tacked down the eyeballs, so now I just have a short string, probably about 6 inches long. Let's see here. Actually, I'll do that in half. Wait, maybe a bit longer, because it is about 2 widths of this. I just kind of eyeballed it and cut some out. It's probably way more than I need. And I'm going to find about where I want the mouth to set. So I'm going to have it come out here. And then straight across from there, I'm going to have it go out that end. And then the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to use the strings that I used to tack these down that are still attached to make the zigzag bits. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out the middle. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go back through the same way, pulling that down. And I'm going to come right here, pull that through, grabbing that again, and going through the same way. And then coming through here, I'm going to grab that and then go through the same way. And then I'll be able to adjust it with the string in the back. Once I untangle it. Okay, there we go. That way I have the zigzag, and it does look a bit odd because just half of it is zigzagging, so I'm going to come through the same spot I did on the opposite side. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to go back through that same way to pull that up. I'm going to pull a little bit of this out. Come through down here and grab that and go back out the same way. And then I'm going to kind of adjust this a little bit. So give me one moment. All right, so I went ahead and I kind of zhuzhed around the mouth so it's laying a lot better. All right, so I'm just going to kind of lay that in the center. And I'm going to take the shorter tail of this and I'm just going to put that right through like I usually do. And then I'm going to tack this down with some of these. And then I'm going to do my back and forth method of stitching this down. So I will be right back. So I went ahead and went around the edge and pinned this down. I did my tie off and then I weaved that in. So now I'm going to do the stem. And I am just going to go straight in. And I'm just going to tack this down. And then on the very end right here, on the tip of the stem, what I like to do on end bits like this so that it doesn't stay up like this, instead of going directly into the next one, I'm going to go on the outside so that that kind of pulls that down, and then I'm going to come up through to the next one. And that just kind of holds it down a little better, and then you have a cute little pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and take these two, do 2 knots softly, and then the third one tighter. And then I'm just going to weave that between the 2 layers. And cut that. And then you're left with an adorable little pumpkin, or I guess a little jack-o'-lantern. And he is so cute. And again, as you can see, they do stretch out once blocked and get bigger. So for tomorrow's Granny Square, it is going to be purple with a black trim, or at least the one I'm doing. So if you're wanting to do what I'm doing, you can go ahead and make it. And then for the sew-on portion, you will need mostly black, and then you'll need a little bit of pink and white. And then I'm going to give you a bonus item that I don't have on the original one, that I'm going to put on this other one. So you'll need either you'll need either yellow or green. You can do whichever color, or a completely different color if you want. So for tomorrow, I'll recap. You'll need purple, black, pink, white, and then maybe yellow or green. And if you'd like to guess what you think tomorrow's square is going to be, please guess down in the comments. I'd like to see who can get it, if anyone can get it. And also leave any predictions or any hopes for any of the future squares, anything you're hoping to see, anything you think you know I'm gonna do, let me know. Or if you're just over the whole Halloween thing, let me know what you're hoping to see on my channel for future videos, or just what you're currently working on. Again, I'm nosy. I love to know what you guys are working on. I think that is so fun. And yes, drop all your questions in the comment section below as well. And if you make these, whether you make them in the colors I'm making them in, or you make them in completely different colors altogether, please, please, please post them on Facebook or Instagram and tag me so I can see them. Or if you don't want to put it publicly, you can also message them directly to me on either of those sites, which I'll have linked in the description box. Or you can also just describe them down below. You can be like, yeah, I did the pumpkin, but I did it in like a pale orange with like a white background and like a pink trim or something. I don't know, just something wild if you want. But anyway, thank you so much for watching and making it this far into my video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!